Announce that I'm going to run for Attorney General of Virginia to fill out the straight ticket that we have with Bob McDonnell and Bill Bolin. I think we've got a good chance for a sweep next year, and we've got the Democrats really in a position in Virginia where we can beat them clean across the slate, and I hope to do that next year. Now, George mentioned that I haven't met all of you, and some of you may not know me yet, but you will soon. Let me paint a picture for you. Congressman, I want to thank you ahead of time. You made this easy for me. Drop Virgil Goode in Fairfax County. Hello. There is a reason that I only won by 101 votes in Fairfax County. And it is tough territory for a conservative. I'm covered by the Endangered Species Act up there. But I do not back off my principles, and you are very blessed to have the congressman you do here. It is very, we all appreciate our fellow Republicans, but there are very few that you can really, really point to and say, if we just had 50 of these, we could change America. That's right. But Virgil Goode is one of those, and you are very blessed in that regard. And I'm glad you got it. I am the only Republican state senator left in all of Northern Virginia. And I am, by some people's accounts, it's not really for me to judge, the most conservative member of the Virginia State Senate. So go figure that out. Maybe sticking to those principles actually works. Apparently it does. It doesn't hurt. I heard one of your resolutions here earlier today, that grassroots politics. I'll tell you what. I've been outspent in every single race I've ever run, ever, including nomination contests, and we've won them all because of people who agree with me that life begins at conception, that the Second Amendment is a personal right, that taxes and spending, they go together, are too high, that property rights belong in the Constitution. Frank Ruff and I serve with a majority leader now, Dick Saslaw, who said 2 days in a row last year when we passed a very good property rights bill, he stood up on the floor of the state Senate and said property rights don't belong in the Constitution. And that's, I'm standing on James Madison's old district. Can you imagine what James Madison, what Patrick Henry, what Thomas Jefferson, who didn't think government should be able to take property for any reason, ever, would think. We have a tremendous, tremendous history in Virginia. It ties us back to the foundational principles of this nation, the principles that really make us a nation. We are not a people, we are not a tribe. That rule of law that your congressman mentioned is the foundation of everything that we hold dear in this country. And it ties us all together. And I see a tremendous drift from those foundational principles right here in Virginia, in our General Assembly, not to mention in Washington, D.C. And to have a congressman like Congressman Goode as an example, and to carry forward those principles is something I'm proud to do. I am not someone who needs to be in office. I have 6 kids, 5 daughters and 1 son. The son is 4 months old. No, we didn't just keep trying to have a son. It just worked out that way. God's got either a sense of humor or revenge. I don't know which. Old Testament suggests both. I like every single person I've met down here today, but you all don't hold a candle to my family and my own heart. And I wouldn't be here if there wasn't a higher purpose to what I believe I'm doing and what I fight for. And my wife supports me in that fight. Families do this. This is hard work. And we wouldn't do it if it wasn't worth doing. I don't know why some people run. They go to Washington, they go to Richmond, and you look at how they vote, and you wonder why they're there. Nobody wonders why Ken Cuccinelli is in the Virginia State Senate. I'll tell you, and I tell them in Fairfax, it's to fight for life, it's to keep our government small, to keep your taxes low, to keep the government's grubby paws off your property, and not give it to some other developer to make a profit. How much do I care about the Second Amendment? Well, I'll tell you what. When they had the D.C. gun ban case, and all of you Second Amendment aficionados know what I'm talking about, last month, I was just sitting in the fourth row. And I have to tell you, it was an amazing experience. It was an amazing experience. And in 2 months, in June, I believe, I'm very confident, having watched those justices, that we're going to see not just a win, but a big win to determine once and for all that the Second Amendment is an individual right for every person in this room and every American who's a law-abiding citizen. That's something I've been fighting to defend, and I will tell you what, and this is a little bit sensitive, in my district, in the last 2 years, came the Virginia Tech shooting, and then came the Sully police station shooter. Some of you may recall there was an attack at a police station in Northern Virginia. That was my police station, and one of the 2 police officers was a good friend of mine, and that shooter was from my district. And you can just guess what all the political literature looked like on me in 2007 in light of that history. When I will promise you this, even in the face of that attack, I stand up and I explain to people who I know don't want to hear it why the Second Amendment protects them and protects every other amendment of the Constitution. I will continue to fight for that, fight for to keep your taxes down, and as Attorney General, I'm going to continue the good work of Bob McDonnell and the Republicans that have gone before me. We have a good track record as Republicans in the office of Attorney General, and I intend to continue that record. On property rights, I put in bills to fix the problem I knew existed before the Kelo decision. On mental health, I was putting bills in 4 years before Virginia Tech. I'm the recognized expert in mental health issues in the General Assembly, and that's not going away. And that's a public health issue and a public safety issue in all of your communities. And that's something that we need to stay on top of. It's something that I intend to continue working for, and I want to work for you. I appreciate the opportunity to answer your questions. I'll be around for another couple hours. I look forward to meeting all the rest of you that I don't yet know. And next June, in 2009, I would very much appreciate your support for the Office of Attorney General. Let's round out this great Republican ticket that we've got and sweep the Democrats in 2009. Thank you.